Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of Lakers, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video.
LeBron James shares his vision for life after basketball. It's been an eventful summer for LeBron James, the Los Angeles Lakers star, who made headlines by opting into the final year of his contract. Now preparing for his 23rd NBA season, James isn't just coasting toward retirement, he's chasing one more title. With 4 championships already to his name, the 40-year-old has made it clear, he wants a 5th ring before calling it a career. Whether that happens in Los Angeles, especially with the team now pivoting toward a new direction with Luka Doncic, remains to be seen. But if there's one thing that's certain, it's that LeBron is still performing at an elite level. He finished 6th in MVP voting during the 2024-25 season and continues to play like an all-NBA talent. Still, even LeBron can't outrun time forever. As he edges closer to the final chapter of his playing career, he's already laying the foundation for what comes next, and his post-retirement goals are just as ambitious as his basketball ones. LeBron's next mission: build the future of storytelling. In a recent appearance on 360 with Speedy, part of Complex's lineup, LeBron opened up about his long-term vision, which centers around his media company, Uninterrupted. "I want to keep building," James said. "I want to build the best storytelling company out there. We've been putting in the work. Uninterrupted has already done a lot. We're producing shows, podcasts, movies, TV series, even animated content. But I want to take it to the next level." His goal is for Uninterrupted to become a first stop for creators with big ideas. "When people start thinking about where to take their stories, I want them to think of us first. That's the vision," he explained. "It's inspired by the vibe of the Fresh Prince, by what Will Smith, Big E, Nas, that whole era, brought to storytelling. That authenticity, that cultural voice. That's what I want to build." LeBron made it clear he doesn't want Uninterrupted to just be a space for athletes. He wants it to become a powerhouse for creators across the board. It's not just about athletes. It's about anyone who's trying to build something real. When they're ready to launch, I want them thinking, "Let's take this to Uninterrupted." He added with a smile, "Disney's done enough. They've got their empire. It's time for something new. A competitive drive that never slows down." LeBron's competitive fire is legendary, and it clearly isn't going away once he hangs up his sneakers. He's already begun laying the groundwork for a post-NBA empire. Between launching the Mind the Game podcast, co-starring in Space Jam, A New Legacy, and regularly promoting Uninterrupted, he's already proving that his creative ambitions are no side hustle, they're part of a long-term strategy. And if LeBron's track record is anything to go by, he doesn't just set goals, he builds legacies. "That moment, I knew I was different." Reflecting on his journey, LeBron also opened up recently about the exact moment he realized he was built for greatness, a powerful memory from his early years. Coming into the NBA as a teenager with unreal expectations would break most people. But LeBron wasn't most people. "There was a moment where I just felt it, like I belonged at that level," he said. "Not because of hype, but because I could see it and feel it. That's when I knew this was what I was meant to do." As LeBron James prepares to write the final chapters of his legendary playing career, it's clear he's already authoring something even bigger beyond the court, a new kind of empire, built on storytelling, authenticity, and ownership. And in true LeBron fashion, he's not just chasing success, he's redefining what it looks like. LeBron James outlines post-retirement goals. LeBron James is approaching the final stretch of his legendary NBA career, but his ambitions aren't slowing down. After re-signing with the Los Angeles Lakers for what could be his final season, the 40-year-old made it clear that he's still chasing a 5th championship, and that he has a clear vision for life after basketball. Even as he heads into his 23rd NBA season, LeBron continues to play at an elite level. His All-NBA performance and 6th-place finish in the 2024-25 MVP voting show that he's still among the league's best. But the clock is ticking, and he knows it. In a recent appearance on the show 360 with Speedy by Complex, LeBron spoke openly about what he wants to build once he walks away from the game. "I want to keep building. I want to build the best storytelling company out there. We've already put a lot into Uninterrupted. We're making shows, podcasts, animated series, movies. But the goal is bigger than that. I want people, when they have an idea or a story to tell, to think of us first. That's the dream, to be the place where creators come. LeBron cited cultural influences like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Nas, and Biggie as the type of storytelling spirit he wants to capture. But he made it clear this isn't just about athletes. It's about creating a platform for all voices, especially those often overlooked. Disney and others have done enough. They've built theirs. Now it's our turn to create something of our own, he added. This isn't a sudden shift. LeBron has already dipped into media with his podcast Mind the Game and his film roles, including Space Jam, A New Legacy. But more than entertainment, his post-retirement goals seem rooted in long-term impact and ownership over narratives, something he's been gradually working toward for years. A legacy beyond the court. While championships define many careers, LeBron's legacy continues to grow through the impact he's making off the court. His focus on community, education, and mental health has been just as visible as his basketball stats. In Akron, his hometown, the I Promise initiatives offer students and families educational support, housing, food access, and now healthcare. These aren't just charity projects. They're part of a long-term plan to reshape what athlete-led leadership can look like. Even in retirement, LeBron wants to stay active, not just as a businessman or producer, but as a leader in social change and creative empowerment. Looking ahead. LeBron knows his days on the court are numbered, but he's not waiting for retirement to begin building what's next. His competitive drive hasn't faded, it's simply shifting focus. Wherever he finishes his playing career, whether or not he wins that elusive fifth title, James seems determined to ensure that his influence only grows from here, not in highlight reels, but in lasting institutions and ideas. As he said himself, "I'm not done. I'm just getting started, in a different way." Robert Horry suggests Lakers should consider trading Austin Reaves. As the Los Angeles Lakers prepare for the 2025-26 season, big questions still hang over the future of their roster. The front office made several important moves this offseason, acquiring DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, and Jake LaRavia, all aimed at addressing key needs. Still, with many players on expiring contracts and Luka Doncic now the central figure of the team, long-term plans remain uncertain. One player who could be part of those plans, or not, is guard Austin Reaves. Reaves, once an undrafted prospect, has carved out a legitimate NBA career and is approaching his fifth season with the Lakers. His growth into an all-star caliber talent has made him a fan favorite. But with the potential to become an unrestricted free agent next summer, his future with the franchise is far from guaranteed. And now, voices around the league are beginning to wonder, should the Lakers move him before it's too late? One of those voices is former Laker and seven-time NBA champion Robert Horry. On his Big Shot Bob podcast, Horry weighed in on the dynamic between Reaves and Doncic, and didn't hold back. If the Lakers were smart, they'd explore a trade, Horry said. I say that because when you have two guys who basically do the same thing, Luka and AR, it's a bit redundant. I'm not saying they have the exact same skill set, but they're in the same position, they need the ball, and neither is a lockdown defender. I love AR, but you don't need two players doing the same job. The concern comes down to fit. Doncic and Reaves are both ball-dominant guards, and neither is particularly known for their defense. While they've shown flashes of chemistry on the court, the long-term pairing raises legitimate questions, especially if the Lakers are building around Doncic for the next decade. If the Lakers believe Reaves isn't the ideal backcourt partner for Luka, the logic of trading him becomes clear. Letting him walk for nothing next summer, when he could command a significant contract, would be a costly mistake. To complicate matters, Reaves is currently on one of the most team-friendly deals in the NBA, earning around $14 million annually, a bargain given his production. That makes him a valuable trade chip. The catch? He could decline a future extension and test free agency, which might make teams hesitant to trade real assets for a player they might only have for one season. Still, for now, all signs point to Reaves and Doncic starting the season together in the backcourt. The hope is that their skill sets can complement one another, or at least coexist. Doncic, after all, has managed to share the floor effectively with other ball handlers in the past, including Kyrie Irving and Jalen Brunson in Dallas. But if the fit doesn't work out by mid-season, don't be surprised if Reaves' name starts to surface in trade rumors again. Despite uncertainty, Reaves and Lakers still have mutual interest. Though Reaves turned down a contract extension this offseason, reports suggest there's still mutual interest in keeping the partnership alive beyond next summer. The Lakers clearly value him, and Reaves has repeatedly expressed love for the city, the team, and the fans. But in the business of basketball, admiration doesn't always guarantee security. The next few months will go a long way in determining whether Austin Reaves remains part of the Lakers' future, or becomes one of the biggest trade stories of the season. Robert Horry suggests Lakers consider trading Austin Reaves. As the Los Angeles Lakers prepare for the 2025-26 season, questions remain about the team's roster construction. The front office made notable additions this offseason by signing DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, and Jake LaRavia. However, with many contracts nearing expiration, the long-term plan around Luka Doncic is still uncertain. Austin Reaves, who was undrafted but has grown into a key player, faces a pivotal moment in his career. Entering his fifth season, Reaves declined a contract extension from the Lakers, opening the door for free agency next summer. Former Laker Robert Horry weighed in on the situation during his podcast Big Shot Bob, suggesting that having two similar players handling the ball, Luka Doncic and Reaves, may not be the best approach. He recommended that the Lakers consider trading Reaves instead of risking losing him for no return in free agency. Key points to consider. Reaves posted career-high numbers last season, averaging over 20 points per game while starting most games. His current contract pays him around $14 million for the next season, with a player option afterward that he is expected to decline. The Lakers value Reaves but face salary cap challenges that limit their ability to offer a new contract immediately. Possible outcomes. Reaves stays if both sides find a way to agree on a new deal or role adjustment. The Lakers trade Reaves to gain assets that better fit their long-term plans with Doncic. Reaves leaves in free agency, with the Lakers losing him without compensation if no agreement is reached. Each choice has significant implications for the team's balance and future. Whether Reaves remains a core player or is moved depends on how the Lakers manage their roster and salary cap moving forward. Rob Pelinka more willing to invest in Lakers roster after Luka Doncic's Eurobasket breakout. The Los Angeles Lakers, led by GM Rob Pelinka, entered the summer of 2025 with a clear, calculated plan: build a contender around Luka Doncic while maintaining enough financial and roster flexibility to make a big move in one of the next two off-seasons. That's why only 4 of the team's 15 players are under guaranteed contracts beyond the 2025-26 season. But since that plan was first put in place, a lot has changed, mainly because Doncic has been on a tear. He's slimmed down noticeably, committed to the franchise with a 3-year extension, and led Slovenia on an improbable run to the Eurobasket quarterfinals, all while playing the best basketball of his career. In one of the most competitive international tournaments in the world, Doncic stood out as arguably the best player on the court. Pelinka saw all of it unfold firsthand, and it's clear that Luka's growth and leadership are reshaping how the Lakers are thinking about their next steps. Luka's performance at Eurobasket made one thing crystal clear to the basketball world: he belongs in that incredibly short list of players who can lay claim to being the best on the planet, Pelinka told ESPN's Dave McMenamin. When we talk about roster flexibility and optionality, it's not just about the future, it's about now. Having Luka, who might be the best player in the world, and LeBron James, who's still playing at an elite level even at his age, gives us a real reason to consider maximizing our window right now. That optionality Pelinka refers to includes a roster full of expiring contracts and valuable draft picks, assets the Lakers could package together in pursuit of another star-caliber player. As things stand, LA will head into training camp with 14 players, including Rui Hachimura, $18.3 million, Gabe Vincent, $11.5 million, and Maxi Kleber, $11 million, all on expiring deals. They also have first-round picks in 2031 or 2032 available for trade. And with Doncic now locked in long-term, league sources told ESPN that the Lakers are open to acquiring a player whose contract runs past 2026. If there's a smart way to pursue a championship this season, we'll do it, Pelinka said. We look at having Luka and LeBron on this roster as a special opportunity, and we're going to keep pushing to bring Banner No. 18 to this franchise. It's unclear exactly which players the Lakers are targeting, though league chatter recently linked them to Andrew Wiggins, one of the few potential targets under a longer contract. Still, this shift may just signal that Pelinka is now more aggressive and willing to strike if the right multi-year player becomes available. For now, the Lakers seem poised to enter the season as is, but that could change quickly. Luka Doncic still struggling to find closure with Mavericks' departure. Luka Doncic has been candid about how blindsided and hurt he was when the Dallas Mavericks traded him to the Lakers. Even though he's embraced his new chapter in LA, Dallas was home. He truly believed he would play his entire career in a Mavericks jersey. The Mavericks, for their part, pointed to concerns about Doncic's conditioning and inconsistent work ethic as reasons behind the difficult decision. While both sides have moved on publicly, the emotional weight of the split still lingers. Privately, Doncic admits he's not sure he'll ever find real closure. He knows that no matter how successful his Lakers run becomes, things will likely remain complicated when it comes to his history with Dallas. Continued, Lakers' shift in strategy signals bigger ambitions and more pressure. Around the league, executives have taken note of the Lakers' sudden willingness to spend and move assets more aggressively than initially expected. What was once a long-term measured approach is starting to look more urgent, and it's directly tied to Luka Doncic's rise in form and leadership. He's changed the timeline, said one Western Conference executive. The Lakers were prepared to take a slow build around Luka. Now, it looks like they realize he's already ready to win big, and they don't want to waste that. There's also a growing belief within the Lakers organization that the chemistry between Doncic and LeBron James has exceeded early expectations. Sources close to the team say both stars have been active in off-season workouts, and there's mutual respect that's fueling optimism behind closed doors. LeBron is mentoring him, but he's also learning from Luka, one team staffer said. There's a generational baton being passed here, but they're both still fighting for the same goal. This has influenced not just Pelinka's thinking, but the mindset of the entire front office. While the team was initially hesitant to give up future first-round picks, that hesitation has lessened in recent weeks. Internally, the focus has shifted to maximizing the next 2 seasons, while LeBron is still playing at a high level and Luka is entering his prime. Still, there's a fine line to walk. Making a big move too early, or for the wrong player, could compromise the depth and flexibility the Lakers fought to maintain. Pelinka is reportedly being cautious about preserving cap space beyond 2026 unless the right player becomes available. The team isn't just looking for short-term talent, but for someone who can grow alongside Doncic long-term. Meanwhile, the impact of Doncic's off-season has rippled beyond LA. His Eurobasket performance sparked conversations among scouts and GMs about his conditioning, maturity, and leadership growth. For a player whose commitment was occasionally questioned in Dallas, his transformation has turned heads. He looks locked in a way we haven't seen before, said a European scout who followed Slovenia throughout the tournament. He was leading teammates, playing through contact, and defending with intensity. That's the Luka everyone was waiting for. Back in Dallas, the mood remains tense. While Mavericks fans still show support for Doncic on social media, there's a clear sense of unfinished business. His emotional departure has created a fractured relationship between star and franchise, one that may never fully heal. Several close to the situation believe Doncic hasn't ruled out reconciliation at some point in the future, but the likelihood of a reunion remains slim, especially if he leads the Lakers to deep playoff success. For now though, the focus in Los Angeles is clear: build around Luka, capitalize on LeBron's remaining years, and make a serious push for championship No. 18. And with training camp around the corner, the message from the front office to the locker room is simple: the time to win is now.